My name is Marissa, and this is our morning stretch. Let's start by standing with our feet hip width and parallel. We'll sweep the arms out and all the way up. Dive forward, your arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale, lift to a flat back tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Dive forward, your arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Step your right knee to the ground behind you. Step your left knee to the ground behind you. Take your hands to your hips. Step your right foot forward. Step your right foot out to the right side. Straighten your right leg. Stack your hands behind your head. Side bend over to the left and come up. 3 more. Left and come up. 2 more. Left and come up. 1 more. Left and come up. Take your hands to your hips. Step your right foot forward. Return your right knee to the ground behind you. Your toes are tucked. The knees are hip width apart. Step your left foot forward. Step your left foot out to the left side. Straighten your left leg out. Stack your hands behind your head. Side bend over to your right and come up. 3 more. Right and come up. 2 more. Right and come up. 1 more. Right and come up. Hands to the hips. Step the left foot forward. Return the left foot to the ground behind you. Keep your toes tucked and sit down on your heels. Your hands come to your lap. Come standing up on the knees with the arms open wide to a T, the palms facing forward. Keep the toes tucked. Sit down on your heels, hands to the lap. Come to stand on your knees, the arms open up. 2 more times, sitting down and coming up. 1 more, sitting down and coming up. Hook your thumbs overhead and stretch the fingers wide apart with the palms facing forward. Keep your elbows straight. Take your palms down to the floor very far out in front of you so that it's a puppy dog, so that your hips are landing right over your knees. You're dropping your head so that your ears are in line with your upper arm. Separate your hands shoulder distance apart and bend your elbows down to the mat. Look between your thumbs. Lift your elbows up. Walk your hands onto the mat. You're in an all fours position. Pop your hands up onto high finger pads. Walk your hands backwards. Take your hands to your hip bones. Hook your thumbs overhead, your second way of hooking, your non-habitual way. Keep your elbows straight and lower your hands down all the way far out in front of you. Your hips are landing right over your knees. Breathe here. Separate your hands shoulder distance apart and take your elbows down to the mat. Look between your thumbs. Lift your elbows up. Walk your hands right under your shoulders. Take your hands up onto high finger pads. Walk your hands backwards. Take your hands to your hip bones. You're standing on your knees. Step your left foot forward. Let's keep the knees bent. You'll step your right foot forward with the knees bent. Then push into the feet to rise up. Sweep your arms down, then out and all the way up. Dive forward, your arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Step your right leg long back behind. You're in a low lunge. Reach your arms forward and up. Hook your thumbs overhead. Stretch over to your left and stay stretching over to the left. Then come back to center. Come to stand. Your hands go down by your side. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Dive forward. Your arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Step your left leg long back behind. Reach your arms forward and up. Hook your thumbs, your second way of hooking. Side bend over to the right. Come back up. Come to stand, your hands down by your side. Sweep your arms out and up. Dive forward, your arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Step your right leg long back behind. Reach your arms forward and up. Your back heel is lifted. Just pause here, breathe here. Then come to stand, your hands down by your side. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Dive forward, your arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Step your left leg long back behind. Reach your arms forward and up. Your back heel is lifted. You're in a high lunge. Then come to stand with your hands down by your side. Sweep your arms out and up. Dive forward, the arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Step your right leg long back behind. Reach your arms forward and up. Keep your back heel lifted. Take your arms to a T as you simultaneously straighten your front leg. Then rebend, the arms come up to straighten and bend. Do it 2 more times. Straighten and bend. 1 more. Straighten and bend. Come to stand, the hands down by your side. Sweep the arms out and up. Dive forward, the arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, fold. Left leg goes long back behind. You're in a low lunge. Reach your arms forward and up. You're in a high lunge. Simultaneously, arms to a T as you straighten your front leg. Then rebend. 3 more. Straighten and bend. 2 more. Straighten and bend. 1 more. Straighten and bend. Come to stand, hands down by your side. Sweep the arms out and up. Dive forward, the arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Take your left knee to the ground behind you. Take your right knee to the ground behind you. Plant your hands flat. Point your toes, then turn your toes out. Then move your knees wide apart. You can now flex your feet. Move the knees wider and wider, the feet wider and wider. Come down onto your forearms. Breathe here. It's a stretch for your inner thighs, for their inner groins. Take your hands under your shoulders. Bring the knees back under your hips. Your toes are tucked in line with the knees. Point your feet and pull your butt back to sit on your heels. And then come forward, shoulders over wrists. 3 more times. Pull your butt back and come forward. 2 more. Back and forward. 1 more. Back and forward. Take your feet over to your right. Sit back behind your knees. Take your feet out in front of you. Extend your right leg long out in front of you. Clasp your hands over your left shin. Walk your left foot closer to you as you sit up nice and tall. Just lift your right foot a few inches off the ground and lower it down. 2, down, 3, down, 4, down. Rebend the right knee. Extend your left leg long out in front of you. Clasp your hands over your right shin. Walk your right foot a little bit closer to you. Lift your left leg up only a few inches off the ground and down, up and down. 2 more, up and down. 1 more, up and down. Bend this knee. Let's drop the knees over to the right. Come to all fours. Your knees go right under the hips. Pop your hands up onto high finger pads. Keep your toes tucked. Pull your butt back to your heels. And then come forward, shoulders over wrists. 3 more, butt backwards and forward. 2 more, butt backwards and forward. 1 more, butt backwards and forward. Keep your toes tucked. Plant your hands flat. Keep your feet on the ground as they are with the toes tucked, but lift your right knee up. So just the knee, not the foot, and lower it down. Just the right knee lifts up and down. 3, just the knee, not the foot. 4, down. 5, down. 6, down. 7, down. 8, do it with your left knee. 8, down. 7, down. 6, down. 5, down. 4, down. 3, down. 2, down. 1. Lift both knees just a couple of inches off the ground and lower them down. 2, down. 3, down. 4, down. 5, down. 6, down. 7, down. 8, go upwards and backwards to a downward facing dog. You might have to move your feet further backwards on the mat. Inhale, come forward to plank, your shoulders right over your wrist. Exhale, go upwards and backwards, downward facing dog. Do that 2 more times. Inhaling forward to plank. Exhaling backwards, downward facing dog. 1 more time, forward to plank. Backwards, downward facing dog. Look between your hands and walk your feet forward in between your hands. Separate the feet hip width and parallel. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Turn your palms forward and bend your knees. Let your hands come down to tap your feet. Then reach the arms forward and up. Do that 3 more times, going forward and down, forward and up. 2 more, forward and down, forward and up. 1 more, forward and down, forward and up. Take your hands to your hip bones. You're holding on with your fingers forward and your thumbs back. Lift your right knee up. Open the right knee to the side. This knee dips down a little bit to then come forward so you can make a circle. You're going out, behind, forward, and up. 3, out, behind, forward, and up. 4, out, behind, forward, and up. Step the foot down. The feet are hip width and parallel. Lift your left knee up. Open the left knee out. It dips down a little bit so that it can come forward now and make a full circle. 2, out, behind, forward, and up. 3, out, behind, forward, and up. 4, out, behind, forward, and up. Step the foot down. Separate your feet wider than your shoulders. Bend your right knee and straighten it. Bend your left knee and straighten it. Bend your right knee, your hands come down to the ground. Come back up, your legs get straight. Do that over to your left. And then come back up, the legs get straight. Let's go a little bit faster, alternating right and left. 2, right and left. 3, right and left. 4, right and left. 5, right and left. 6, right and left. 7, right and left. 8, right and left. Let's heel toe the feet to come under the shoulders. Let's bend the knees and take the hands to prayer and then come to stand. 2, stand. 3, stand. 4, stand. 5, stand. 6, stand. 7, stand. 8, stand. Hands to the hips. Heel toe the feet to come right under the shoulders. Let's go right under the hips. Take the feet right under the hips. Let's lift the right knee up. We're going to take the right leg long back behind. The heel is lifted. It's a lunge. Then just come to stand. The left knee comes up. It goes long back behind us to a lunge. And we're coming to stand. Let's do it on the right. Right, back, stand. Left, back, stand. 3, right, back, stand. 3, left, back, stand. 4, right, back, stand. Left, back, stand. Lower your hands down by your side. Sweep the arms out and up. Dive forward. The arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Take your right knee to the ground behind you. Take your left knee to the ground behind you. Plant your hands flat. Sit back on your heels and then come forward. Sit back on your heels and then come forward. Two more. Sit back on your heels and then come forward. One more. Sit back on your heels and then come forward. Walk your hands forward. We're going to another puppy dog. So your shoulders are going to now melt down. Your forehead melts down. You don't really touch the ground with your forehead. Your ears stay in line with your upper arms. Your butt is right over your knees. So your arms are so far forward that your butt is not over your heels. We're going to add on to this one, the right arm under the left so that your right temple comes down. The right palm is face up all the way over to the left. Re-extend this arm out in front of you. Take your left arm and loop it under the right, your left temple to the ground. Let's take this arm back out. Let's make our way back to all fours, hands and knees, with the hands right under the shoulders. Pop your hands up onto high finger pads. Step your left foot inside of your left thumb. Step your back foot forward. The feet go hip width and parallel. Your legs get straight. Inhale to a flat back tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Dive forward, the arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Step your right leg long back behind. Keep your back heel lifted. Reach your arms forward and up. Hook your thumbs. Stretch over to the left. Stay stretching to the left and separate the hands. The palms face each other, shoulder distance apart. Simultaneously, bend your back knee as your hands come to prayer in center. Then go back to that side stretch with your back leg straight. So the back knee will bend and straighten. Two more, bend and straighten the back leg. One more, bend and straighten. Let's stay side bending over to the left. As you descend your back knee down, take your left hand down to high finger pads and look up to the inside of the right arm. Lower both hands down to frame your front foot. Lift your back heel. Let's see if we can move the next couple of movements, string them together so it looks like one smooth move that will step into a chair pose with the arms up, the knees bent, and the feet hip width apart. Let's try it now. One smooth movement. Breathe here. Come to stand up with your right knee lifted up. Cross your right knee over the left. Take your left elbow over the right. Unwind just to stand. Sweep the arms out and up. Dive forward, the arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Step your left leg long back behind. Reach your arms forward and up. Hook your thumbs, your second way of hooking, and side bend, stretching over to your right. Let's separate the hands. The palms face each other, shoulder distance apart. Simultaneously bend your back knee as your hands come to prayer. Then side bend with the back leg straight. 2, prayer. Side bend. 3, bend the back knee and straighten the back knee. Last time, bend the back knee and straighten. Let's stay side bending over to the right. Descend your left knee down. Take your right hand to high finger pads. Look up to the inside of this top arm. Take both hands down to frame your front foot. The back toes are tucked. Lift your back knee. Now, when we step forward to chair with the knees bent, the feet hip width apart, and the arms up, we'll try to do it in a smooth movement like we're gliding through the air. Try that now. Then lift your left knee up as you come to stand. Point your foot and wrap this leg around the opposite leg. It's an eagle wrap. Your right elbow goes over the left. Let's come out, simply coming to stand. Sweep your arms out and up. Dive forward, the arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Bend your knees and take your left knee to the ground, followed by the right knee to the ground. Plant your hands and point your toes. Take your feet over to the right. Come to sit down behind your knees. Take your legs out in front of you. Your knees are bent. You stay here. I want to give you the side view. And then right where you are, take the back of your head down and the back of your shoulders down. Take your arms to a T shape, your palms face up in line with your shoulders. Lift your right leg to the sky, flex your foot, and extend your left leg long away from you. Then take this right leg across your body to the floor by your left hand. Turn your nose to the right. It's a stretch for the outside of the right hip. It's a massage for the outside of the left hip. Turn your nose towards the ceiling. Lift your right leg to the sky. Lower your right straight leg down. Lift your left leg to the sky. Take this left leg across your body. The foot goes towards your right hand. Turn your nose to the left. You're in a twist. Breathe here, dropping into the floor. Turn your nose towards the ceiling. Lift your left leg up. Lift your right leg up as well. Bend your knees and make your shins parallel to the ceiling. Then separate your feet hip width and parallel. Then lower your feet down close to your sitting bones. Lower your hands down by your side. Lift your hips up. Snuggle your shoulders onto your back. Keep your butt lifted. Let your right knee float in towards your chest, and then the foot steps down. That right knee goes in and down. 3, down. 4, down. 5, down. 6, down. 7, down. 8, do it with the left knee coming in. 8, down. 7, down. 6, down. 5, down. 4, down. 3, down. 2, down. 1, down. Lift your hips higher. Lift your heels up. Keep your heels lifted. Lower your butt down. Take your knees into your chest. Flex your feet. Zip your legs together. Keep the legs zipped together and make circles with your knees going in one direction. Big, slow, wide circles with the knees zipped together. Then reverse your circles. Find stillness. Keep the feet flexed. Lower your left foot to the ground. Your left knee is bent. Your left hand is resting on your left thigh. With your right hand on your right knee, make big, wide, slow circles with the right knee moving out. Reverse your circles. Find stillness. Let both knees float into the chest. Let the right foot come down. The right hand rests on the right thigh. With your left hand on the left knee, make big, wide, slow circles moving out. Reverse your circles. Take both knees into the chest. Let's separate the knees and separate the feet. The knees and the feet will move independently. Let's make circles with the knees moving away from each other. So you're separating the knees, they're going away in circles. And then reverse your circle. Then find stillness, zip the knees together. Move the knees forward right over the hips. Your ankles lift as high as your knees. Your shins are parallel to the ceiling. Take your arms out to a T shape. Your palms are up. Drop your knees to the ground to the right and turn to look to the left. Then lift your left arm to the ceiling. You're going to follow this arm with your gaze. Lower the left palm to close onto the right palm. So your head is rolling with this arm, opening up and opening out to the left, and then coming up and closing to the right. Your head is rolling on the ground. 3, close. 4, close. Let's open this arm up and look to the left. You're in a twist. Turn your nose towards the ceiling. With the legs zipped together, take the knees back towards the ceiling, your shins parallel to the ceiling. Drop your knees over to your left. Turn your nose to the right. Let this right arm go up towards the ceiling, and then it comes to close over the left as your head is rolling on the ground. So we open, looking to the right, and close, looking to the left. We do it 2 more times. Opening and closing. 1 more. Opening and closing. Let's open this arm up, look to the right. Turn your nose towards the ceiling. Let the knees float back towards the ceiling. Take your feet down to the ground, they're hip width apart. Take your hands down by your side. Prop yourself up onto your elbows. Then come up onto your hands. Facing me, just cross your legs that you're sitting up nice and tall. Then walk your hands forward, stretch your spine and stretch the outside of your hips. Walk your hands in, put your hands on your thighs, Broaden across your collarbones. Take your hands to prayer in front of your heart. Thank you so very much for joining me. My name is Marissa, and this was our morning stretch.